Hey guys, MacGuffin here, back from my weekend away. Hope you guys had fun on your weekends as well. And today we're going to be having a game between Empire.ViOlet and oGsSupernova. And this is of course from the Intel Extreme Masters. So I'm actually trying a few new things with the just the way I record and render this. So I'm hoping it's going to be a bit better for people using 16:9 screen ratios. Someone did point out that I am using a 16:10. It's just an old screen which I haven't got around to replacing, so hopefully this comes out better. Also going to try a new rendering process, so if the quality is noticeably better, let me know and I'll keep doing that. So we do have a Zerg vs Terran on Antiga Shipyard. Looks like Supernova is now throwing down his first supply depot. Violet throwing down a gas, but that's just going to be a cancel, I'd imagine. There we go. So in the extractor trick that the Koreans prefer over the 9 Overlord. Now, it's funny that they do that because someone did actually run the numbers, and you do actually get better, like a 10 mineral advantage if you go for the 9 Overlord, but it just seems to be what they want to do. Of course, in this situation, he did want to scout with his early drone. Some people scout after their first Overlord's out and the next set of drones, but he wanted to get that earlier one, so this is a quite early scout. And we do see that Supernova is throwing down a low ground barracks, which is of course the sort of Slayer style, sort of Macarax. It's just so that when the drone comes in, he probably won't see it, and it's very close, but he does not see it, so we think, oh, it might be cheesing me, might be throwing up a double rack somewhere, but he is not. Of course, Zerg players have really adapted to this now, and I suppose Protoss as well. I'm not sure if they use it as much in the other matchups, but I'm sure he will find that barracks shortly. And he is going for a hatchery first, so he's not going to give up on his plan. Some people might see that there's no barracks in there and decide, well, I'm not going to go hatch first, but he is. Looks like he should be finding it. Yep, he finds it. And he is tracing the SCV, but probably won't be able to catch him. Bit of a waste to send him onto it. Yep, and he sends it back. So we do see the gas coming down now for Violet, and this is a gas before pull, so he's very drone heavy build. Usually when you see a hatch first, you'll see the people go spawning pool, and they'll get the gas after their spawning pool is complete. But this is going to allow him to get speed at the same time as his spawning pool comes out, as well as his queen, hopefully. And he's able to do this because he was able to see that, looks like, yeah, Supernova's going for an expansion, and he knows that. And we have an extractor trick going down by Violet, so preventing him from getting that double gas up. That'll prevent any really high level gas builds, like maybe double banshees or something. Ooh, he cancels it, go for it again. And this is interesting, he might want to send that initial drone down to harass the SCV building this, just make him get another SCV of line or send more marines, but this marine here will probably clean this up and it should get killed. Supernova's SCV is now in the base and scouting. Supplies are a little bit in favour of the Terran just because that hatch first, sometimes you have to get catch up, and now that he's got his both queens going, yep, catches up in supply. They both have the exact same drone count, and looks like Violet is going for the continued extractor trick, and he loses a few minerals every time he does this. But it really delays that gas, but to counter this, we have a gas going up in the natural for Supernova just before his command center is completed, so he's going to have double gas at about the same timing. And Violet's going to think that, well, he's on one gas until this goes out, so that's actually quite clever by... Looks like he has got 2 on it now. I'm sure one of his SCVs returned to it, and yep, there we go, 3 on it. So he does have double gas running. The Overlord scouts that the gas wasn't put down, so he's going to think, oh, there's still 1 gas. So it's actually quite a clever build. Have the first 4 lings coming in now for Violet, and his speed is about halfway done because he did get that extra gas, but we'd have the bunker coming down, and with these marines on the ramp, there's no way he's going to get in the scout. But that'll confirm that he has expanded because of the way that the bunker's placed in the low ground barracks. Also, sneaky SCV coming back up into the base. The queen is chasing it, but it looks like it's getting away. Oh, might just get killed. Only got 8 hit points left, sends double drones to get it, and does take it out. And there wasn't that much to scout though. There's no battling nest, there's no roach warren. Just actually there is a roach warren now coming down, so it looks like Violet might be going for a bit of aggression. Now this might work out quite well for him because it looks like Supernova is going to go for Hellions to keep his expansion safe and just with marines. So roaches could actually do quite a bit of damage. He is getting a starport, and this looks like the silhouette of a tech lab, so it looks like he's going to get a Banshee out actually, so this could be quite dangerous. If he's getting a roach warren, he hasn't studied his layer, he is also saving gas. He's up to 300 minerals, about 200 gas, and he hasn't decided to get layers, so it looks like he's going to get some early roaches, and that's going to put his detection behind. He doesn't have an evolution chamber yet, I don't think, so Banshee could do potentially a lot of damage, especially if he gets cloak. We'll have to see though if Supernova opts for that cloak. He does have those 2 Hellions out on the map harassing, and he's got to be careful not to lose them. It looks like these lanes will go down. Almost lost 1 Hellion just from not microing it correctly. And yet we do have that first Banshee coming out. But we see Violet is building 9 roaches, and this is going to be very deadly. There isn't a lot that can deal with roaches except this Banshee, and it depends how Supernova uses the Banshee. He could send it in just to his base and just hope that his Marines can clean up the roaches. Or he can just use the Banshee to destroy the roaches, and of course the roaches are slower than Banshees, so they will not be able to escape. So if Violet sends all the units in, then it's really he's going to lose most of them if he's not careful. He's got to be a bit careful with that move. He has been hiding his roaches quite well, and the Hellions weren't able to see it. And now he is going out to clear the watchtower. And this is clever because it draws the Hellions away, and the roaches are going to be able to warp the map now, and they won't be able to know that anything's coming until they get there. But is the Banshee going to intercept the roaches? It looks like the Banshee is coming across at the very same time, and yep, he sees the roaches and he's going to set them on. And now Violet is going to have the decision. He's going to retreat with these roaches or go in. And it looks like he's going in. And I'm not sure if I agree with that move. He's going to have to be careful. With these Hellions here, they're going to clean up any of the Zerglings. Of course, Hellions are also faster than roaches, so these roaches are going to have to go in and try and make a gap for the Zerglings to get in. And he's already preemptively pulling up his SCV, so I think he's going to hold this attack. Looks he's going to try and take as many of the Hellions as he can. Of course, he is rallying in more roaches, but he is starting to drone up now, so he's trying to get out of this. He is also getting another gas. And that Banshee is really worth its weight. It has already got 6 kills, and there's no way these roaches can deal with it, and they're just going to have to run away. And a bit in indecision, going backwards and forwards. He needs to either split them up or send them home. Looks like he's sort of trying to loop around and catch these Hellions off guard. Of course, it doesn't look like any more Hellions are being produced, so if he does kill all the Hellions, then Zerglings will increase so much more. He does take out the SCV building this third though, so it's not a complete loss, although it looks like he might be sending these back, or at least just to get the Hellions. Now, Violet has decided to go out of this, and he's getting a lair now. However, Supernova is getting his tank up. He doesn't. Looks like he's got supply block temporarily. He's salvaging a couple of bunkers, and it doesn't look like he's got any. Doesn't look like he's got any supply depots coming up yet. So he's going to be supply block for a while. This is a bit of a bad move. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's no, still supply block. Okay, that's not so good. But he could use a supply drop. It looks like he's starting getting supplied himself now. The layer is almost finished. Evolution chamber coming up, and that will be able to help defend against those Banshees. It's like one of the Banshees is now at 14 kills, one at 3, and these roaches are still on the field, and they're still trying to clean up these Hellions. If we can just get these last 2 Hellions, then Zerglings of course will be much better and be able to run them in and keep harassing that third that's going up. But these roaches are all forfeit, and so unfortunately that's going to put the Terran into a slightly limited supply. And looks like he's now transitioning into that tank marine corps. Was able to save that command center. And the Zerg is reacting by getting a third and a spire. And that's a really nice scan by Violet. He does pick up the spire and halfway complete, and he knows the timing, so he'll be plenty of time to get some missile turrets up. And with this third, he should be sitting pretty. So he's now getting a reactor for his Medivacs. He's also got double engineering bays going up. We do see the 2 Banshees coming up. He does have preemptively started to build a couple of spore crawlers, which he wants to move to this base, but the 3 Queens he should be safe because there was no cloak. If he did decide to get cloaked, then he would have been able to do quite a bit of damage actually, because of the lack of those late layer, and he only got the spores recently. So he could have done quite a bit of damage, but I guess he didn't. What's going to be interesting is how Violet is going to try and get his 4th, because he is getting his 3rd up now, and he's probably going to be alright with it. He does have 2 spore crawlers already there. And, wow. Supernova is getting quite a lot of stuff. He is getting that armory, planetary fortress at his 3rd, upgrades, stim, marines, tanks, and missile turrets. So it looks like he should be alright. The Banshees do find a sweet spot where they can attack the spawning pool. There's 1 queen here, and he could really take this spawning pool out if he really wants to. But 2 queens here, but they're not moving up. It's going to be really close. Oh, but the Mutalisks come out at just the right time. And that 1 Mutalisk is going to water away these Banshees. And then his friends are now coming, and he knows where they are. And good move by Supernova, splits up those Banshees, so 1 should get out unless they go around looking for elimination. I think he will, but it depends how he uses these Mutalisks. He's only got a couple at the moment, but he's got to be careful. He does have double upgrades on his Marines, so These Mulists can't do that much damage. He is getting 3 turrets up at this base. He does not want to lose to Mulist. He does take out one of the SCVs, but that missile turret will ward it away. Terran player still about 10 supply up. Looks like his Mulist ball is starting to get up pretty well. We do have 68 drones for the Z player and 71 for the Terran. He's got 4 reactors pumping out Marines, and that's pumping out 6 Marines at once at the moment, so doing pretty well so far. He is going to send a few of his Mulists down. They will come around here, and he does have double turrets though, so it might be a bit tricky. It looks like his Mulists are just getting ready to attack. He decided not to go in there. And oh, if he's going to take out these reactors, that'd be really good. He's got 2 missile turrets here, but they can take those out. He's got to be careful of these side Marines. Decides that it's not quite worth it to take out all these bases just yet, so he comes back in, takes out one of his SCVs, and that SCV was down here, or was actually Marine, but he was down here to scout when the Mulists are coming in from the corner. Of course, you can go backwards and forwards, going from side to side. And the chain player's about 20 supply up now. So we do see Violet pumping out those new Ling now, and he is scanning. He did have some burrowed banelings, but he scanned at just the right place, and looks like he can stop this creep tumor expanding out. Does take out that queen that was going to push that creep further, but now he is coming from behind, and he does take out a lot of these tanks and Marines just because his actual army is out of position. So he's going to lose all but one of those tanks he has there, and he is getting out now. So these Marines won't be able to catch them. They are, it's still 1-1, but 2-2's coming in, and Violet getting his melee attack now. He does have the carapace already. One Banshee does try and come back in and does get taken out, although it did quite a bit of damage to this hatchery, so he might come in and make it later. We have 1 armor for the Mutalisks instead of the usual 1 attack as well, and that's because he wants to have a lot of Mutalisks. He doesn't want them dying to quick volleys. And it looks like Violet is going to lose this expansion. He can't really, well, maybe he can. He has some banelings now, with a lot of banelings. He's going to go in for a counterattack. That's a good move. Half the army's out of position, and he is going to take out probably all these units. The Mutalisks go in. They do take out that tank. Banelings are rolling in, and looks like he raises wall. He's going to have to use these banelings on this bunker. Takes it in, and oh, the Mutalisks are going to be able to wreak havoc now. He could send all these banelings in and get these. Oh yes, he's going to go in for the SCVs. Gets out quite, ooh, a lot of SCV kills there. And oh, very clever move. He's borrowed banelings on the ramp, and those could come in to play later in the game and be so deadly. If he runs his army back, he could just completely lose everything, really. The Mutalisks are doing quite a lot of damage, but in the main of the Zerg, he has used his medevacs to set up some nice siege chain positionings, and he is going to push in, and Violet is in very real danger of losing his lair. He could also lose his spawning pool and his baneling nest if he's not careful. He does have some banelings in here, though, so it depends if he's micro just right. He is sending the Mutalisks back, though. He has still got those banelings burrowed. And here he goes in. He is going to be moving back now. The Mutalisks come in from the side though, and they do check out the tanks, and that means that he's going to clean up this army. Mutalisks coming in, and they want to go for these medevacs. He does try and drop them off and save them, but I don't see these tanks surviving anyway. Looks like, oh, that's a really good move for our Zerg player. He is going to get into an advantage now. He is about 30 supply up, and he does have these banelings here. He's going to be really careful. He's going to blow them up now. Oh! Only gets about 4, and Nova not putting down a tower or scanning or anything, so he's still got 3 banelings left, so those could potentially come into play later as well. Those initial banelings hits he just got about 4 there, so it wasn't that good. He's scanning here because he knew that he was placing banelings here again. And is Violet going to burrow some here? Or not? Looks like he's sieging up. That muted ball though is getting really deadly. It's up to about 24 Mutalisks, and that is going to be so deadly if they have not really a lot of upgrades, but he's able to take out these small clumps of Marines. He probably won't use these banelings here. He wants to use them later. If he can draw the army back, he can take out most of the Marines if he detonates them at just the right moment. And the Mutalisks have gotten to the point where they can start to engage these small groups of Marines, and he could go in and take out all these reactors. Looks like he's going back. Oh, and he's trying to... It's very dangerous. He's going to lose a few Mutalisks here, but he's trying to pull the army back. He does go over the banelings, and he's going to detonate. And a great baneling hit. He takes out most, like, 70% of the Marines, and these Mutalisks are going to be able to clean up all these tanks now, and he's going to start rallying in lots of Zerglings and additional Mutalisks. Ooh, he's sort of trading off badly here with his Mutalisks. These Marines are going to kill a lot of the Mutalisks, but he's just trying to keep the army small with no tanks up, except for that one that just got taken out. These Mutalisks, these Zerglings are going to be running, and now that these Zerglings are in the main, he can camp these production facilities. If he takes out, even though he's producing 10 Marines at once most of the time, with these double reactors and his extra barracks, if he takes out the reactors, that's going to reduce the production quite a bit. So Supernova forced to GG after taking a really good baneling hits. So great game by our Zerg player. Those baneling hits that he did not reveal until just the right moment really clinched him the game there. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and see you next time.